Hi everyone, welcome to Guruji Tutorials. So today in this video we are going to cover the MCQ questions and answers of the chapter metals and the non-metals. Okay, so let us go for the questions. Question number 1. Aluminium is used for making cooking utensils. Which of the following properties of aluminium are responsible for the same? So you all know that in your houses, many of your cooking utensils you are going to see that are made up of aluminium. So why this aluminium is mainly used for cooking utensils? Because for making or manufacturing cooking utensils, because we are having four options here. We have to choose of these options and you are going to answer it. First option they gave here: good thermal conductivity, good electrical conductivity, ductility, and high melting point. So here you these are good thermal conductivity. That means they are going to generate or they are going to conduct the heat. Thermal here is nothing but heat. Okay, they are going to generate the heat and they are having good heat capacity. Okay, and good electrical conduct. So here we are this point we are not going to consider, and ductility is also wrong with this. High melting point it is correct. So they are having high melting point and good thermal conductivity. So answer option 1 and 4. So option 4 is correct. So next question here. The most abundant metal in the earth's crust is iron, aluminium, calcium, sodium. So which is most abundant here? Abundant means the metal which we find more. Abundant means more or excess. Okay, which metal you are going to see excess in our earth's crust? Okay, earth's crust, you know it. What are the three layers of earth? Crust, mantle, and core, right? So these are the three layers we are going to see. So here which element we are going to find? We are going to see aluminium is the most abundant metal in the earth crust layer. Okay. Next question. The poorest conductor of heat among the metals. So here in these four options we are having one element or one metal that is a poor conductor of heat. Okay, that does not conduct or it conducts in low heat. Okay, that metal is nothing but what? So that metal is lead. Lead is a poor conductor of heat. Okay. Which property of metal is used for making bells and strings of musical instruments like sitar and violin? So we have seen sitar and violin. Okay. So these instruments are mainly having strings to perform the music, right? So these strings are made up of strings and bells. Okay. Made up of which metal, and the metal is having which proper sonorousness, malleability, ductility, or conductivity. So which property we are having? We are having sonorousness. That is nothing but sound. Okay, they are going to produce the sound. So bell is going to produce sound, and string is also going to produce sound. So malleability, ductility, these are not considered under the music. Okay, so what the property we require in music? Sonorousness. That is nothing but the musical sound. Okay, which property of metal? So this is the same. Next question. Al2O3 plus 2NaH gives rise to dash plus dash. So when uh, aluminium oxide, okay, so this reacts with sodium hydroxide to give what? So which we are having options here. So it gives what? H2O is separated. Here H is there and one O is separated. Here one O is separated. So remaining are nothing but the left. That is nothing but CnAlO2, sodium aluminum oxide. Okay, so we got this thing. So this is the answer. Next, which of the following is correct arrangement of the given metals in ascending order of their activity? So here INGT, it is a typing mistake again. So here you are going to see the greater symbol. Okay, wherever you are going to see this INGT symbol, there you are going to consider the greater symbol. Okay, so here everywhere here. Okay. So here zinc, according to these metals, we have to uh, Arrangement, we arrange these metals in according to the ascending order of their reactivity. According to their reactivity, ascending reactivity, we have to arrange these metals. So here answer will be sodium is having more reactive, is going to react more when compared to magnesium, and magnesium more react to zinc and zinc to iron. So option 4 is correct. Which of the following pairs will give displacement reaction? So in these four options, one is going to give displacement reaction. So which reaction is that? That is nothing but AgNO3 solution and copper metal. So displacement is nothing but changing or extending the ions, right? So here AgNO3 plus Cu is going to exchange the, and there takes place a displacement reaction. So B is correct. So non-metals form covalent chlorides because they can share electrons with chlorine. Okay, they can share the electrons with chlorine. Which of the following oxides of iron would be obtained on prolonged reaction of iron with the steel? So they are asking which oxide is formed when iron is going to react with the iron steam. Okay, we are going to get which thing? We are going to get Fe3O4. Okay, ferrous oxide. So because this is the reaction, so they asked iron 3Fe is going to react with the iron steam. Steam is nothing but moisture. Okay, so here H2 they gave the symbol here gas, that is nothing but moisture. It gives what? Ferrous oxide plus hydrogen gas. Which of the following are not ionic compounds? So they are saying which is not an ionic compound. Here KCl, HCl, CCl4, NaCl. Ionic compound. So HCl is a acid, right? So here HCl is not HCl and CCl4 chlorine. HCl and CCl4 carbonic chloride. These are the not ionic compounds. So your answer will be 2 and 3. Option B. The electronic configuration of three elements X, Y, Z are as follows. So X is 2, 4, Y is 2, 7, Z is 2, 1. Which two elements will combine to form ionic compound, and write the correct formula. So they gave X value, Y value and Z value. So we have to see which elements are going to mix up and what is the correct formula. So YZ, Y and Z, these two elements combine to form an ionic compound, and write the correct formula. They said so the correct formula is YZ. Highly reactive metals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, etc. are extracted by which method? So these are extracted by electrolysis of their molten chloride. Okay, these metals are extracted by using electrolysis process, right? So by their molten chloride, we are going to get the metals. Which of the following non-metal is lustrous? Lustrous is nothing but soft and shiny, right? Soft and shiny metal, we are going to say it is lustrous. So in these four options, which will be lustrous? So the option will be D. Iodine is a lustrous. Example of amphoteric oxide. So here it's a simple question. So option is C. Al2O3 aluminum oxide. Example of amine. So which one of the following is an acidic oxide? So here carbon dioxide, it is a acidic acid. So Na2 is a base, carbon monoxide is a base, Al2O3 is a base, and here they are saying acidic oxide. So CO2 is acidic oxide. Atomic number of an element X is 12, and which gas is nearest to X? So they said X atomic number is 12. So here which gas is nearer to the X? So helium or argon or neon or krypton. Which gas is near? See, neon is nearer to the X because X is magnesium
So atomic number of magnesium is 12, right? Argon with atomic number 12 is the closest inert gas to it. Okay. So here question has been slipped here. So here the question is, carbonate ore is heated strongly in the absence of air to convert it into metal oxide is called, that process we are going to call it as what? Calcination. Okay. In the absence of air, we are going to roast the ore of a carbonate to get the metal oxide. Okay. So that process we are going to call it as what? Calcination. Oxides of moderately reactive metals like zinc, iron, nickel, tin, copper, etc. are reduced by using. So they are reduced by using carbon as a reducing agent. Okay. If thermite welding a mixture of dash and dash is ignited with burning magnesium ribbon, which produces molten iron metal as a large amount of heat is evolved. So in thermite welding, a mixture of dash and dash is used to get the um, metal iron metal. Okay. So which are the two things here? So iron and oxide and aluminium powder. Okay, mixture of iron oxide and aluminium powder. Okay, these two things are used to get the iron metal. Galvanization is a method of protecting iron from rusting by coating with a thin layer of zinc. Okay, an element X is soft and can be cut with a knife. This is very reactive to air and cannot be kept open to air. So it's a very simple. It is just like so very soft, just like the paneer or cake. How soft it will be, in that manner it will be soft. If we cut it, it's going to cut it, and it is not exposed to air. And it is kept open, not kept open to air. The reacts vigorously with water to identify the element from the following. So you know it, that is nothing but which element? Sodium is not kept open to the air. Okay. Reaction between X and Y forms compound Z. X loses electron, Y gains electron. Which of the following property is not shown by Z? So X and Y forms a compound called as Z, and X loses electron, Y gains electron. That means Y takes the electron of X. And which of the following property is not shown by Z? Which property are not going to seen by Z? So here the answer is has high melting point, has low melting point, conducts electricity in molten state. So this is the correct answer. Conducts electricity in the molten state. Why? Because Z is an ionic compound. So here Z is an ionic compound. It has high melting point as it took the electronic configuration of three elements X, Y, Z are X2, Y, X28, Y287 and Z2882. Which of the following is correct? So answer is C. They gave here Z is a non-metal because according to the electronic configuration, Y is chlorine and Z is magnesium. So if you remember the electronic configuration, then only you are able to answer the metals. Okay, which metal is having which electronic configuration. Okay, so that's the reason you have to remember the electronic configuration of the metal, so that you are going to remember the metal easily and you are able to answer the questions. Amalgam is an alloy of which two compounds? So amalgam is an alloy of mercury. Okay. Copper objects lose their shine and form green coating of dash. So copper, you know that in your houses you are having copper objects, right? So if you see properly, after some days or when they expose it to air, there will be a green coating upon them. Why? Because which layer is going to, you are going to get basic copper carbonate. It is the basic copper carbonate. The green color layer we are going because of this element only. The lightest liquid metal is, which is the lightest liquid metal here? Cs. Which of the statement about the reaction ZnO plus CO forms Zn plus CO2 is correct? They are saying this statement is correct. Why? Because according to option D, ZnO is being reduced. It has been reduced, right? Here Zn O is added to this CO2, right? Zn-O is reduced here. Zn-O is being reduced, so it is correct. The most abundant element in the universe is, so same thing again, which element you are going to see? Most abundant, that is nothing but hydrogen gas. In extraction of copper, the flux is used. In extracting copper, flux is used by silicon dioxide. Okay. Copper sulfate plus copper oxide gives rise to copper plus SO2. The above process we are going to call it as what? Auto reduction. Okay. Which of the following represent mercury ion correctly? In this four options, which of the following correctly represents the mercury ion? So Hg2 2 plus. So it is like this, Hg2 2 plus. Okay. Which of the following represents mercury? See, it is bauxite is mixed with cryolite so as to get what? So as to get reducing its melting point, increasing its electrical conductivity. Molten cryolite acts as solvent, increase its melting point. We are having four options here. So you have to choose and you have to answer. Bauxite is mixed with cryolite so as to so option 1, 2 and 3 are correct. So fourth one is wrong here. Reduce its melting point, increase electrical conductivity, cryolite acts as a solvent. But it does not increase the melting point. Which of the following is purest form of carbon? So purest form of carbon, you know it, right? It is nothing but fullerenes. An element X is yellow colored solid, insoluble in water, but soluble in carbon disulfide. It has low melting point, 1045 degrees Celsius. It boils at 445 degrees Celsius and it burns with pale yellow flame, forming pungent smell gas. Why? Which turns moist blue litmus red and finally colorless X and Y are dashed. So they gave X and Y and we have to find out X and Y here. So obviously the answer will be sulfur and sulfur dioxide. Okay. In electrolyte refining of copper, the electrolyte used is, in electrolyte process of refining copper, the electrolyte which we are going to use is nothing but what? It is nothing but acidified CuSO4 aqueous. Okay. AQ is nothing but aqueous, right? Which of the following are concentrated by froth flotation process? So by using froth flotation process, which thing we are going to get? We are going to get Zn zinc sulfate. Okay. Which of the following metals liberate hydrogen with 5% HNO3? So in these metals, HNO3 is liberated by which metals? So that is nothing but magnesium and manganese. That is nothing but what? Option 3 and 4 here. So option C is correct. Which of the following metals do not react with cold as well as hot water? So which element, which metal is not going to react with these cold and hot water? That is nothing but iron. Which of the following oxides of iron would be obtained on prolonged reaction of iron with steam? So this question again repeated. That is nothing but your answer will be CFe3O4. Generally metals react with acids to give salt and hydrogen. So Which gas of following acids does not give hydrogen gas on reacting with metals? Except they gave, that means these also do not give. Okay, and magnesium and manganese, they do not give the hydrogen gas. Except these two, one more we are having, that is nothing but what? HNO3. Which of the following are not ionic compounds here? This question is also repeated again. So your answer is again 2 and 3, that is nothing but option B. Following matter exists in the native state in nature. So the native state in the nature, which element, which metal we are going to see? We are going to see AU and AG. These are in their native state, that is nothing but answer C, 2 and 4. Metals are refined by using different methods. Which of the following metals are refined by electrolytic refining? So metals, for flotation or electrolysis. So there are many methods to refine the metals, right? So by using which metal is refined by using this electrolytic refinement method? So the answer is 1 and 2. That is nothing but AU and CU. We are going to refine it by using electrolytic refining. Generally, metals are solid in nature. Which one of the following metal is found liquid state at room temperature? So, which metal you are going to see in liquid state in room temperature? That is nothing but Hg. Which of the following are defined by electrolysis of the chlorides in a molten state? Again, this question is also repeated. So, option D, that is nothing but sodium and copper. Which of the following four metals would be displaced from the solution of its salts by other three metals? That is nothing but Ag, silver. Which one of the following? So B. 2 ml of concentrated HCl, HNO3 and mixture of concentrated HCl and concentrated HNO3 in the ratio 3:1 were taken in the test tube labeled ABC, and a small piece of metal was put in each test tube. No change occurred in the test tube A and B, but the metal got dissolved in the test tube C. The metal could be, so they have taken 2 ml concentrated HCl HNO3 and they mixed these two things in the ratio 3:1, and they put this mixture in the test tube A, B and C. Okay, so they have taken one metal. Let me say they gave here A, but I'm going to take X here, and they have mixed up in all these three test tubes. So there is no change in these two test tubes, but there is that metal has been dissolved in this test tube C. What is the metal they asked here? So the metal is an electrolyte cell consists of positively charged anode and negatively charged cathode. So electrolyte, you know it, right? So it contains one positively charged anode and negatively charged cathode. An element A is soft and can be cut with knife. This is the very reactive to air and cannot be kept open to air. It reacts vigorously with water. Same question again. So the answer is here again sodium. Okay. So alloys are homogeneous mixtures of metal with metal A, metal or non-metal. Which among the following alloys contain non-metal as its constituents? So here your answer is D, steel. Okay. So here we completed 50 questions of this chapter. Let us go for a few more questions in the next video. So thank you for watching the video. For more videos, please like, share and subscribe Go Easy Tutorials.